What up, y'all? Tell me I'm the dime, you feel me? Hey, this the platform, bitch. Hey, this that platform shit. Yeah, who's the best when it comes to this game? If you with the Mortal Kombat, I'ma leave you in flames. This the platform, I knock a bitch right out of their shoes. A street fighter till I die, I hit like Ken and Ryu. I punish niggas like Tekken 007 with a weapon. Teach a fuckboy a lesson, I'm double dragon, no wrestling. Shoot the 3 and cross you over, you can call me 2K. And the devil may cry 1,000 times, but watch what you say. Because this is my Call of Duty, so by now you should know me. Cut a motherfucker in half and then slide out like Shinobi. Steal your car and catch a charge, fuck it, this Grand Theft Auto. Double dribble around a nigga and let the blood stain follow. This the platform, yeah, this the platform, bitch. This the platform, yeah, this that platform shit. This the platform, yeah, this the platform, bitch. This the platform, yeah.
I'm gonna wait till the heat is off. Wait till there's more policemen in this motherfucker so I can go get me an M sandwich.
Oh shit! What did I walk? What? Okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the platform, episode 142. We are talking Death Stranding, as well as we have a very, very special guest with us today. We have Luis Quintero. He is a brilliant musician. He has a new album out right now called Jupiter Vibes. It's on Spotify. It's actually on everything you can listen to. We have the links for it below, so you should check it out. Luis, what's up, man? How are you doing? Where can people find your music? And what have you been playing this week, if you've been able to game this week?
Hey guys, I'm Luis Quintero, and yes, as my friend says, a new album is out now, and I'm a little bit nervous right now because it's one of my first appearances on my podcast, and I feel with these guys, I feel super great. And yes, you can find me online at Luis Quintero Co. and in Twitter and Instagram everywhere.
For sure, man. I'm glad you're here. Look, man, we'll handle you with care. Believe it. You won't need a towel. I mean, you might need a towel. I don't know. It just depends. We have enough coconut oil. We'll get through it. We will get through it. Look, Terry's like, oh my God. All right. Well, Luis, man, I'm so glad you're here, man. We're going to delve deep into your story. We're going to talk about the music. We're going to play some of your songs from Jupiter Vibes. Which I'm telling you, man, I already have probably maybe 3 tracks on there that are my top. I love all of the songs, but there's 3 that I literally cannot fucking stop listening to. So we will play some of that, and we'll check it out so you guys can check it out. Like I said, the links are below. Really, check it. This guy's music is so good, man. He does a lot of remixes. It's all like gamer inspired. So, if you want that gamer shit, that's where you go. It's like when you want to be engrossed while you gaming it up. This is some good music to play. Also, if you're streaming as well and you want some bomb ass music too, it's perfect. So we will play some of it. So thank you for being here, Luis, man. Yeah, we'll get into it. All right. No problem. Next up, let's get into our regular intros. Let's start with the Rage Queen, even though she's pissed at me because I'm going raunchy first. The Cool Cat Terry. What's up, Terry? How you doing? And what have you been playing this week?
Hey everybody, it's Cool Cat Terry from Twitch. I've been playing a little this and that because I had the road trip, but I started playing Ace Combat 7, and I started playing Need for Speed Heat last night, and I've also played a little Ghost Recon Breakpoint and the Outer Worlds here and there while I can.
Damn, yeah, you got some gaming in. You got to live it in.
Trying to fit some in there here and there.
All right. Well, Outer Worlds. I'm telling you, Outer Worlds is probably my game of the year. But Terry, why? Terry hates like every game.
Special about it. There's nothing special about it. It's just all out in space. I can't say it enough.
That is false. What's up, a la carte, man? What's up, Bloodborne? Damn, man. Every time I see your name, I think I need to dodge to the left and swing. You know what I'm saying? What's up? What up? Yeah, so well, I'm glad you're here, Terry. Thank you. Next up, we got Brandon the Whole Man. What's up, Brandon, man? How you doing? And what have you been able to play this week?
Hello, it's Brandon the Whole Man here, and lately I've been playing part of the Octalier series. It's Octalier, if I'm saying it right, Riza, if I'm saying it right. And for my phone, I've been playing Crossed and Void, and the one game that you told me to get, Epic 7. I've been playing that.
How you like Epic 7?
I'm liking it so far.
It's dope, isn't that? Animations are fucking amazing, dude. Like, I cannot fucking believe how good the animations are.
I know you my lives were on the line with the Crossing Void, but
oh boy, you was on the line, man. Because I'm like, man, if this game is shit trash, you will lose lives. But your lives were saved because it's actually pretty dope. All right,
I'm liking how they put it together.
Yep. It's pretty well built. I love the animations too. That's why it reminded me of Epic 7. That's why I was like, you should play that because it was the animations are similar. So, all right. Well, welcome, Brandon, man. I'm glad you're here. Next up, we have Platinum Godfather. What's up, man?
Yo,
how you
been?
Really and
I've been busy. I've been good. Trying to stay motivated. Trying to get my game right. Been playing Mortal Kombat 11 recently. I just ended my live stream so that way.
No, I'm just playing. What you man? Look, he thought he. I'm just fucking with you, man. Go ahead.
For the past few days, I've been training kind of vigorously, trying to get my game right because I got a tournament later on today. Hopefully, wish me luck. Yeah, it was a Mortal Kombat 11 flawless victory. It's going to happen at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I've been playing that so that way I could try to get my skills back up in between working this peak season of 10 to 12 hours a day. Thank goodness I got the weekends off, but I got a pretty busy weekend ahead of me. So I wanted to focus on playing Mortal Kombat. My main is Jax. If you guys are ever interested, like to see some good entertainment, some gameplay in between Mortal Kombat and playing some World War Z. Follow me at Platinum Godfather on Twitch.
Yep, and his links are also below as well. So all you have to do is either click or copy and paste if you have the skill set. Hopefully you do. And you can follow Platinum Godfather. Glad you're here, man. Thank you. Next up, we have Dave D, a.k.a. the Political Gamer, a.k.a. the Dad, a.k.a. Mr. No Cam. What's up, man? How you been doing? Let's get this out the way. Because you don't have Cam. And what have you been... Oh, actually, I know what you've been playing this week. Death Stranding. What's up, man? David. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Whoa, there it is.
Wow.
Let's see. He loses a life every minute. He doesn't say anything.
Sorry,
That's a few seconds.
sorry. I was trying to put that stuff in the oven. My bad. I put some stuff in the oven.
You really trying to get him out the game?
Oh, shit.
What's up, everybody? Yes, I've been playing Death Stranding. Just that's all that I've been playing right now. Just diving head in first for our kind of, I won't say review, but impressions video that will be dropping here later this week.
Yep. What's up, Lobo, man? Chilling. Yeah, man, I can't wait to hear what you got to say about Death Stranding because dudes got moist as fuck, and we're gonna talk about that too.
It's moisture. It's the moisture there.
Boy,
definitely moisture.
Full on. We talking. They need a fan. They need something. A hug. Maybe I don't know. Maybe some. I don't know what they need, but right now they need some help. All right. Well, welcome. Next up, we have Big Mike. What's up, man? How you been doing? And what have you been able to play this week?
I've been super busy, but I actually got to sit down and play a little Need for Speed Heat on the EA Access 10-hour trial. I'm 4 hours in. Game's fun. It's much better than Payback. No loot boxes, no microtransactions. I'm enjoying it.
EA Sports.
Maybe EA
It's
is
in your
getting back to
wallet.
the root. Maybe EA is getting back to the roots. I don't know. We'll see.
Nah, I doubt it.
Nah, they not.
If they did, they would create some single player games.
Well, they are. They are.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Bring back Dead Space then.
Big Mike, like, fuck you, man.
I'm just saying. I mean, before you say bring back single players, they got a whole single player coming out next week. I'm sure.
I'm terrified for it. I am terrified for it because I'm super hyped. But I feel like as soon as I hit start, they're gonna say, in order to swing your saber, you need to pay $29.95. So I gotta be. I'm real wary, but we'll see. All right,
Well, I picked up the deluxe version of it.
On top of that, like I said, on top of that, I got Death Stranding. I haven't touched it, but I mean, I'm ready to play it.
All right.
I've been falling asleep watching people play that shit, bro.
We'll see. We'll see.
All right, well, you know, that's anytime you say Death Stranding, it just feels like there's an argument about to start. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like somebody is like, this shit is trash. Some people are saying it's trash, but it's a 10 out of 10. I don't know what to think. You know what I'm saying? So,
did you pre-order it, Danny?
No. Because I want to hear. Listen,
he had to think about it.
Why did you have to stop and think about it?
I know. He had to stop and think. He's like, if I say yes, Terry's gonna have my balls.
No, it's not that. I had said I was going to pre-order. I was going to get it on PC, but I'm changing my mind. I'm waiting. Shut up. I'm waiting on what David has to say, as well as BitCloud. I'm waiting on those two to see what they have to say. Definitely, I listen to. I believe in what Dave says. So if he, because we're twins, so it's like if he thinks it's trash, it's trash. So and that's what I'm thinking. So I'm really interested to hear what he got to say about it. So yeah. Well, all right. Well, welcome, motherfucker. I'm glad you're here. All right. What's up, everybody? I am Dan the Man. I'm the host here at the platform, and I have been playing, finally, Red Dead Redemption 2. I finally was able to fucking play it, and that's a whole nother conversation. You know what I'm saying? That's some bullshit right there, but all right, you know.
I'm kind of feeling it's gonna be final round.
Oh, it's 100%. I can do final round right now if I wanted to. Like literally.
Final round.
You know, but no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna fucking do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna wait. I'll wait. But Red Dead Redemption 2, I've played a little bit of Borderlands 3. Definitely some Destiny 2, so I've been trying to get my weight up in Destiny 2. I think I'm like a 932 light power in the game right now. I do have that fucking 950 gun, though, that Beowulf or whatever the hell it's called, main weapon. That shit is wrecking dudes in the Crucible. I got that shit. Dudes is pissed at me in the Crucible right now.
I got that last week.
I'm telling you, man, you hit that motherfucker. They just go, you know? And they're just so fucking shitty. I'm like, dude, get that fucking shit out of here. It's like, dude, suck my cock. You got wrecked, bro. So, yeah, so Destiny 2.
Now you gotta get the Recluse.
Fuck that. I saw what it takes to get that shit. I'm like, man.
Come on, that's his life, man.
Yeah, but I got a wife. I can't do that shit, man. Yeah, if my wife was a gamer, then I could probably do it. You know what I'm saying? But she's not. She's a fucking.
She's not.
She's an angry ass lady, so it's not going.
She's not.
I love you, babe. I love you, babe.
I hope she's not standing behind you when you said that.
I'm like.
You lied. You look behind your shoulder. I saw you look behind your shoulder. I'm like angry woman.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get popped like pop. All right. Well, yeah, let's get into it. So, yeah, like we said earlier, we have a special guest with us today, Quintero. What's up, man? Look, I must say, and I'm going to pull it up for everybody here so they can check out little snippets of the album. So, quick question: how long did it take you to get Jupiter Vibes together?
Oh, that's an amazing question. I think around 3 months. It's not too much like a lot of producers one album in like 1 year or something like that. But I truly make songs very very fast. But Jupiter Vibes was very very easy to make. But I don't know. I truly have fun with it, and yes, 2 months.
Dang. Was there a moment while doing this album where you had to totally redo some shit? Like you would listen to the song and you were like, "Oh fuck, I thought I put that in there." And you had to go back and do it. Was there any last minute changes?
Well, I think a lot of my songs are not finished, so I think that happens with a lot of artists, as well. It's like, for example, this podcast. Oh my goodness, I should have talked about this, but then you have to put it out. So I think if there's something, I don't know, maybe a little bit with the volumes and the mixing of it, but to be honest, wanting to put it out like that way.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, man. We listened to it. I'm getting ready to play. Let's see. Let's try this one. Let's start with "Hello," so everybody can check this out.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. That's the shit right there, dude. Motherfuckers dancing in our chat. Let's go. I love that stuff, dude.
That beat's nice.
Run by a new generation of cartoons who would become the animated stars.
And I love the way that it's so video game inspired, especially the retro vibes from it. Is that something that you loved growing up, Lewis? Like, is that like you love those chip tunes and things like from like Mega Man and things like this? Is that what inspired basically your music style?
Yeah, 100%. Look, Mega Man is one of my biggest influences in music because they actually have these amazing influences of blues and jazz, but they translate it into 8-bit. And when I was playing that games when I was child, I was, very amazed by the gameplay and also the music in it, that you can actually make a Man everywhere.
Dude, I've sampled, because I do music as well, man, and I've sampled Mega Man to death, dude. On some beats, man, some hip hop beats and shit. So it's like definitely understand that, man. Mega Man has so many iconic tunes, man, attached to their stages. Especially like X2 and original Mega Man's chip tunes. 100%, man. Hell yeah. All right, let's try this one here. So this one's called Original. Let's see. Let's test it out.
Right.
I love that intro.
I don't hear it.
It cut in and out.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah, I hear it now.
That shit's amazing. All right, so that's original. Question, Lewis. So, Jupiter Vibes. What was the inspiration for the title of that album?
Well, actually, I actually wanted to make something like from space because if you see my back, I did my name from visual landscape, Luis Quintero, and the reason for that is because I truly wanted just put myself out as a person and also not as a virtual band.
Mm-hmm.
The fact with Jupiter Vibes, I think I truly feel like Jupiter is like a very great name. I truly don't have a really logical description. I think
I
it
just
sounds
love the
good
way it
and
rolls off the
Jupiter
tongue. It's
Vibes.
like Jupiter vibes.
Yeah.
It's like, put that Jupiter vibe on. Put that shit on.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I really love the name. Everything like the sound like Jupiter. That's great.
I love it. I love it. It fits. It just fits so well with the tempo of this album. Now, here's one of my favorite songs off of this album. It's called Limbo. Actually, just these three in succession are my top three on this album here. But let's start with Limbo here. Hey. Hey.
The music is kind of
He was cutting in and out.
Yeah, it does that on Discord.
Can you hear it now?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I listened to that song like
I dig that.
1,000 times
Okay.
already.
Yeah,
I listened to that
that's
song.
hot.
I already
That's
listened. I listened to that shit like 3,000 times already.
Hot.
So, what was the inspiration for this song, Limbo? What was it? Was it more of a you kind of want a more of a groovy, spicier vibe? What was the inspiration for this song?
Yes, I think with example, I already had this before I did an album. So Limbo was literally I was want to make us a lot of dancey kind of vibes, Latin vibes, and a little bit more dancey, more playful song. And it turned out well.
I love it, man. Like I said, this is literally one of my favorite
Thank you.
tracks on this album. Is Limbo, and then Aired 2. Let's check this one out here. So this one too. This also has that Latin. It's almost like Drake a little bit too. It's like a little bit Drake.
Yeah, I was just
Latin.
thinking it.
Yeah, it's like Latin vibe, but then you get that. See, then you get that chip tune in there, man. That shit is dope as fuck, man. I love it.
Yo, is it like an album or something?
This is a whole album. It's called Jupiter Vibes. It is out now. It's on Spotify. It's on everything, and I do have the link below, so you can check it out, buy it, stream it. You know. Listen to that
I would love
shit.
to play that like on an intermission, like on my channel. Like
I'm telling you, man.
chill vibe, like
Chill vibe. That's why Jupiter Vibes fits
It'd be
this
like,
album
and
so well.
we're back. Thank you for watching, everybody. Like, how's everybody doing it?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Just be on that cool, like, deep voice shit. Like, hey,
Yeah, some good vibes.
That's our
Special guests. If you got any special requests, be sure to,
right, dig in on these Jupiter vibes.
Right. And then let's get to Star.
Oh yeah.
It's like some Lupin the Third type shit.
yeah, okay, I can fuck with this. I like this.
That's
I
what I'm saying, man. The whole album to the song, you get like, damn.
Terry uses a lot of his music as well on her streams.
Yeah, I've been a fan for years, and I've been playing your stuff on my stream.
She did.
for
She
a
was
long
like,
time.
Bitten on Landscape. We need to get him on. He's amazing.
I was like, I've been trying to get you on for a while. Yeah, I love your music, and like I said, I've been long time fan. And every time
She's
I
marking
have,
out.
every time I have like my starting soon or my BRB or anything like that, I have your music playing and I have your name listed and everything, so everybody
And
knows.
she gets moist. Oh,
Oh shit!
Very good stuff. I like
I
it.
love it.
Yeah, I love
it.
It's dope. It's
So
dope.
fucking good. Super crisp, super clear. I love the production values on that. So, if I might ask, Louis Smith, what do you use to kind of compose? Because I know a lot of people, some people like to give and say what they use, some people don't. But like, if you feel like it, what do you use to kind of compose everything? I'm gonna say I use Mixcraft. I use Mixcraft and a little bit of Acid Pro. So, what do you use composing music?
Whole studio.
Okay. All right. From Studio. Yeah. I actually got that from Humble Bundle. Terry had hooked me up with the Humble Bundle. She was like, "You need to check this shit out." And so hell yeah, I haven't had a chance to install it yet. But it works out. So how is it used? Is it intuitive, or is there something that or is like? Do you like using that software?
Yeah, I truly love the whole studio. I for
Wait, say it again. I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit, Louis. Say it again.
that I use studio for. I have this program for. So, really like to produce software for sure. With the time, it has evolved. FL Studio 9 version, and then right now we have 20. But I truly love to actually because the everything so and so easy, or well at least, and great song 1 hour. It's everything so easy, and yeah, I think preferred choice. Most of
For
the time,
sure.
I don't use so much analog or physical. I use more digital, visual.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm the same way. Once with Mixcraft, I use a lot of like digital samples to compile the music together, man. So that is amazing how you get those tunes out. Because I'm like, as somebody who makes music, when I listen to some of those, I'm like, damn, what is the fucking speed he's doing these beats on? Because I'm like, the way that those chiptune transitions from midway, I'm like, I gotta do that. I wanted to do that on one of my beats. I'm like, shit, man. And look, man, I know you do a lot of commissions, but I wanted to commission you for something because I do a show called The Retro Fix as well on this channel, and I have some sound bites up on it, but I kind of wanted a musical intro, but I want it chiptune style. And so I was thinking maybe I can commission you for a collab, and we can work on something together where it's hip hop inspired and it has like the chiptune shit. If you're down,
Yeah, we can.
oh shit! Look, Terry's like, oh. Terry just had a music gasm. She like, oh shit! I need a cigarette. So y'all heard it here first. It's gonna be a platform Louis Quintero collab. We will have it up soon, so we'll get the details ironed out. I will commission him for it, and it's gonna be like a chiptune hip opera, and it's gonna be fucking outstanding. For sure. So man, listen, that album is perfect. You guys can go check it out right now. It is up on Spotify if you just want to listen. It's out on iTunes and everything. When you want to buy it, please support, because when you're talking about real art and real music, Louis has it in spades. So man, absolutely, man. I'm glad you brought it to us. I'm glad you debuted your album. And I can't be any more hyped for it than I am right now. Like I said, I've already listened to it 1,000 fucking times already.
You can actually do free for 24 hours. This is the last day of free downloads. So you can download it for free on Bandcamp. And for you all that are interested.
You hear that, guys? You can get it right now. So I'll make sure I get that link from him as well, so I can have that posted in our description, so you can grab that shit immediately. You need it in your life, you know you do, because after I played this shit, now it's in your heads. Everybody in panel,
Make sure you check out all his other albums. They're all fantastic.
They're all fantastic.
They're all
Landscape
fantastic.
albums, as well as his self-titled and Jupiter Vibes album, all amazing. His YouTube page is filled with remixes too. I wanted to play one of the remixes too, because you did Legend of Zelda, and you know I am a huge mark for Legend of Zelda. So let's see. So here's one right here, and you know what it's about. So let's do this. It's like I want to play Legend of Zelda, but I want to do it while fucking dancing and shit. And I love the subtle intros on these, dude.
I think that's the Legend of Zelda.
You said what? I'm sorry, say it again, Lewis.
The Zelda remix.
Yeah, Zelda remix. Yup. Zelda remix, and I was loving this. I think it's the theme to Link's Awakening.
Remix, yup. Zelda remix, and I was loving this. Theme to remix, yup. Zelda remix, and I was loving this.
Why's there echo?
I don't know, somebody's echoing.
Oh shit. Lose a
Someone
line.
broke it.
Hell yeah. I love, and you know what, man, Lewis, I love how you use Navi as kind of like, you know how some songs where they have that, hey, but you got Navi's voice in there like, hey.
Yeah.
I love that shit, dude. See, that's what I'm saying. I'll pick this motherfucker apart, man. Yeah. What's up, Christopher, man? Glad you came through. Look at that. Hey! Love it. And then I saw that you also did Sonic. So let's do this one.
Yeah. This Zelda like over 700,000.
I saw, man, 152,000 for Sonic. God damn, man, can we borrow some of them views? What up, John, man?
Dude, that's all. I like that one. Terry used to play that one a lot.
Yep. God damn. What is the speed that you build these beats on, man?
That was fire.
That's
fire,
fire, man. So, like, what's the, like, are you 120, 150? What is the fucking speed on these?
From
Say it again.
100 between 60 and 170.
Boy, I got it. I see you. Hell yeah, man. That shit's crazy, man. You know, you must have hella fucking tiles up when you're building this beat. I love it. Love it, man. So good shit, man. I absolutely love it. Like I said, the links are below, so check that shit out for sure. All right, so Luis, man, are you ready? Do you have enough time to get into our roundtable topics? You want to stick around?
I truly don't know. I'm truly familiar with it. I think we can try whatever you guys are stuff. I'm truly super busy with things like that. I don't know what is going what is going to happen?
We have one. We're talking about Death Stranding. Are you familiar with that?
A little bit.
A little bit. It might be spoilerific.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, look, man, we super appreciate that you came on today, man, to talk about your album, bomb ass album. Absolutely get it. Jupiter vibes. Absolutely 100%. Grab it now. If you don't fucking grab it, I'm taking your fucking life. If you don't get it right now, you will lose all your lives. But yeah, man, Luis Quintero, man, thank you for coming on today, man. Super appreciated. Absolutely love it. Once again, give us your outros. Tell us where everybody can follow you. And yeah.
Thank you so much for bringing. I truly appreciate you guys. You guys have done a lot. I truly appreciate this invitation. And Quintero, everywhere at Luis Quintero Co. on Instagram, Twitter, and find.com. So you can do some of my. You guys, you are amazing. Guess.
Thank you. You're amazing.
Episode in this. Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, well, we super appreciate it, man. Absolutely, man. Like I said, once again, Jupiter Vibes. It is out now. It is one of those albums, literally, you got to have it. If you're a gamer and you know how all gamers, we always have those, like, gamer albums, sometimes those soundtracks to games and stuff like that. This is kind of like a love letter to the old school retro style as well as new modern. It's a mixture of all of that. It's got that dance tunes. It's got high velocity chip tunes while you're racing, while you're streaming. Get this fucking album. Please, right now, today, right now at this second, fucking pause us. Go get the album to come back. All right. Thank you, Luis, man. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, it does. It's like dubstep. It's like house. It's like dance
If you
music.
could, real quick, Danny, can you
Yes.
look up his track? I know he's gone now, but can you look up his track, Insert Coin? Because that was the track that made me a longtime fan. I heard that track, and I've been a fan ever since. So just like a little tribute to Luis Quintero here. This is the song that introduced me to all his music.
Okay. Let's see. Insert coin. Is it under Bitnal?
It'd be under Bitnal. It's
Okay.
before he switched his names.
All right. Oh, wait. Maybe I've spelled it fucked up. I did.
Danny's losing lives.
I did. Fuck you.
Oh shit!
And he left with the grenade too.
So no grenades.
I'll take it. You did say I would have it this week.
Ah, here we go.
Oh God! Terry has the fucking grenade. No. No! All right. Here we go. Insert coin.
Right here, that. Terry used to play this all the time. This shit was fire.
Oh yeah, I heard that track and I was just, it was done. I was like, okay, I'm a fan, and I've been following him ever since.
Terry was like 2 hours of listening to this track on repeat. Like, this track dope as fuck. Like I said, Luis, man, he's got some great music. So definitely check it out. Hold on. Listen. There's no target painted on my back. I didn't angry Terry yet. She's not angry with me right now. But she has the grenade. She has the life grenade. So just know that.
I'm saving it for whenever somebody is just over the top ridiculous.
Oh, I feel like Big Mike might fail.
I'm sitting pretty today.
Look, Big Mike gonna sit the motherfucker. If you don't say nothing, I want you to use it on him, Terry.
What?
He's trying to hold on to that one life as
You always
much
have
as he
something.
can.
Okay, so if you're gonna sit there and say, then you're just for being out of character.
Right, and you deserve your lives lost. So just know. So just know that if that's the case, that's what it is. So, all right. So let's get into these roundtable topics here. Death.
There we go.
Fucking Stranding. Right.
I know. Dave's over here and popping. He's ready to.
This dude
bust his
probably.
gut.
You know he done already. Came.
I know he's moist. I know he's moist.
His orgasms is happening as we speak because we're talking about death fucking
You want to push it out?
That's a one noise I do not want you to ever do again.
Deeper.
I heard him. I heard him last night through my window, man. He was like, Kojima, give it to me!
Oh, God. Anyway. All right, so yeah, we are talking Death Stranding. The reviews are out. Hey, you know, it's such a divisive topic, Death Stranding is. But what I want to do is I want to start with Dave because he actually had a chance to put some real fucking time into it. We convinced him because, you know, he's like Terry. He was like, fuck Death Stranding from the start. He was not feeling it. He was not hyped. Same thing with Brandon. Same thing with Platinum. You know, they're not as optimistic as I am or Big Mike. But David did. He took the plunge. He's got the game. And I want him to give his impressions. I think he said about 12, 13 hours in the game so far. So it's a pretty meaty chunk. So you should be able to say what the game is and what it's about. So Dave D, what say you? What did you think of Death Stranding so far?
Well, yeah, I will say this, y'all.
Oh shit! Oh my god! It's a pause like a motherfucker. That dude said, "Oh, you had to swallow." Oh,
you know what? If I had to, you guys are not going to believe how I'm going to describe this game. This is why I think people have such a hard time describing what this is. But people don't understand. We've actually played a style of game like this before, and I know people are going to say, "Really? How? What is it?"
Yeah, what game?
Paperboy for NES.
Wait, what the fuck?
So let me explain.
Oh my god! What?
Let me explain. I actually had to go back and I downloaded the emulator and I started playing Paperboy and NES because I was like, let me see something because this is reminiscent. So Paperboy for NES was a game about a dude who was delivering papers, and in order he was trying to make his neighborhood better by delivering papers. And so he had to overcome tremendous obstacles in order to get the papers in delivery. And then you get graded at the end based on your delivery.
Right.
Basically, you're putting Paperboy in a Dark Souls world.
Wait, what?
That's
Paperboy. He's saying Paperboy meet Dark Souls, which, you know, contemplates Death Stranding. Because
right.
You pick
Hold on.
Shit. You pick up a package, you got to deliver it.
You're losing me. You're losing me.
You pick up a package just randomly on the fucking ground. Then you pick it up, you gotta find out where it belongs to, who it belongs to. Go to these terminals, and you gotta deliver. You gotta climb these hills, grab ladders. You gotta carry 10-ton backpack worth of shit, and travel terrains just to deliver a fucking package. And you might encounter some creatures that's invisible with your baby detector.
Right. What's up?
Literally, I
What's
fell
up,
asleep on the
Gorilla
first chapter. I
Legend?
fell asleep on the first chapter. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, the cinematic.
Hold on, David. Let me get this straight. So you're
Yes.
saying Death Stranding is like if you put Paperboy in Dark Souls world.
In Dark Souls world.
What? Okay, so what I'm thinking, so this is how I'm visioning it, because I'm seeing, okay, so the delivery must happen, right? And so then they must put all of these, like, so it's basically just crazy ass obstacles, not necessarily like battles, but like there's shit you have to get past in order to complete the delivery, but it's like scary and fucked up.
Right.
Kinda.
Correct.
Okay.
It's just it's basically, and that's why I said I think people when they review it, they're trying to make it comparable to like something
Other
like a
games.
Metal Gear. In other games you can't, because the only really other genre was Paperboy, and Paperboy for NES encapsulates this so perfectly. Because remember, Paperboy. Yep, you have hazards in the environment. You have dogs that will knock you down. You have old men that will chase you. You have old ladies that will grab you and keep you from.
Paperboy was fast paced.
Yeah.
But that's why I said in a Dark Souls world, because in Dark Souls you can't run through that motherfucker.
You cannot.
You have to be careful which corners you turn, because just one corner you can turn could end everything. And so that is basically what Death Stranding is. It's a
and then there's another flaw.
And that's the problem with it.
Paperboy, he could use his bicycle with no problems.
But
he wasn't in the Dark Souls world.
I've heard the vehicles don't work very well in Death Stranding.
That's right, because imagine, that's why I said you put Paperboy in a Dark Souls world. See, Paperboy in his world, his bike was sufficient enough to carry him through his level.
Right.
Whereas in this world, in Dark Souls, everything was against you. And that is basically what is going on here, is that you are a deliverer, you deliver packages, and you get that shit to point A to point B, but you have to go through insurmountable fucking things to get there.
So Dave, how is the so what? Hold on. So I got questions. Okay. So how is the like just like the gameplay by itself, like moving the main character, like getting past these obstacles, like what is that like?
Man, I'm not gonna fucking lie to you, man, and this is the honest to God's truth. It is kind of wonky as fuck. I mean, it is. I mean, and when I say that, I mean that it is. It's so arduous to get the character to point A to point B, and it's not an arduous like hard as fuck, like you just die every second. It's just damn, man. I had did 3 deliveries in like 4 hours.
You mean like over the top tedious?
Yes, over the top.
Yeah, just got to do
it's
extra
like,
shit.
It's just beyond extra to get there. I mean, just to cross a little ravine, you got to put 3 ladders down,
just
and then
put
you got to
an
go through.
infomercial on my TV. It'd be way more entertaining.
And I want people to understand this, man. And this is why I have such problems with the reviews out there when people are saying it's not a fun game, and they're fucking right. The shit is not. It's not. That fun is not like that moment to moment where you're like, oh shit. It's just like for people who like that kind of like
boring simulation.
So would you at least say when you do the story aspect and you see the cutscenes and stuff, and like that pulls you in? It's like, yeah, this is cool. And then you get to the actual gameplay, and then you get disconnected. And you're like, fuck this game.
You know what? I will say this: the one thing that is cool but also frustrating about Death Stranding story, it's the dangling carrot that you will never get to, and that is what it is. Is that it? The story says like, oh, here's a climax, but then it's not. It's just kind of like a delivery.
It's just like, to me, from what I picked up from the sorry to interrupt, it's just like feel like it begs more questions. It's like, okay, what is Death Stranding? Like you keep asking that question, and they bring up these terminologies, these names, and it's like, what is this shit? Like I'm trying to understand this game, and they keep bringing
that.
Go ahead.
I'll explain that. The thing about this is most games that are this heavy and this dense in like atmosphere and story and stuff like that, normally the character is like amnesia, or the character has like some lost sense of the world and they don't understand it. And that's why you get tutorials that says, oh, this person does this, or this person does that. In this world, this guy has already been in it. He's already understood kind of this world. He understands kind of the different aspects. You just get introduced in the sense of like your journey gets longer. So because your journey is longer, these dudes say, I'm going to help you out with this. Or this will kind of give you a little bit better guide in the world, because even though you know about it, it's just your character never used it until they get with the certain thing. And these people already know that it exists. It's just that those people will give it to you to say, I want you to help me because I have one. I let you get an extra one of these. You take it with you because it's going to help you too. That's kind of how they introduce the world. But they assume those characters are assumed to know it already.
So fucking confused. Like, okay, so like the moment to moment. So like you setting up for your delivery, right? I don't want you to get too spoilerly with it, but so like setting up and getting ready for the delivery. How is that? What is that like?
I would say, man, some of the most confusing fucking menus I've ever seen in my life, man. I mean, the shit is just fucking confusing, man. It's too detailed. I mean, you're looking at each little piece of his arm and shit. But I will say the quality of life thing that Kojima, I think, understood about those convoluted as fucking menus is that there is an auto equipped option where you just press triangle and it automatically puts it in the most optimal fucking sections, which is a
Can I ask you a question, Dave?
Garudo's hold on, before you do that, Garudo said you're hot, Terry, and he wants to hear from you. Go ahead, Terry.
All right then. Can I ask a question? So based on the gameplay that you've put in, does it feel fulfilling? Like when you complete a mission and you complete a delivery, does it feel like it was worth it, or does it feel like it was pointless?
Man, it does feel kind of pointless, man, because your upgrade, the person that you be starting to become, doesn't reflect the power. You know, like you would expect in a game that when you get an upgrade or you get something given to you to aid you on a mission, some of that shit is like not necessary, man. Like BT encounters, dude. Let me tell you, I've encountered maybe 2 or 3 of those supposed like scary as hard ass shit. But it's like, you know, you have to, as long as you've played any game that deals with sneaking, any game that's deal with any tiny bit of stealth, you're gonna be
Mike,
like, this
is
shit
not
is
a game
nothing.
for you.
Right. Mike hates stealth. He hates stealth.
Mike can't play anything that requires stealth. He literally played Hitman Guns A-Blazing.
Oh God!
I'm gonna tell you, this stealth is not even Hitman level stealth. This is not even like the most, this is not even Assassin's Creed stealth. This is literally just being calm and walking even slower and hoping that the slower you walk, motherfuckers don't recognize you. So
David, question. Yes. You said that you had an encounter with the BTs, right?
Yes.
Okay. So have you fought a boss yet? I don't want you to get into too many details, but like, have you had that boss encounter, and how was that?
I will say this: I have not, because the stealth is so remedial. It's not about being like, getting and watching people cross and getting into a sneaky situation. No, it's literally just walking slower. And because I'm like, all right, that's what the dude said, dude, just walk slower. I literally just walk slower.
So you never had a chance to fight the things because you've always.
So you've had no combat at all so far?
I had one encounter with a camp with some dudes, but they were the easiest, most GED easy beating ass dudes ever.
There's no level difficulty. You can't make it like survivalist or hardcore.
Yeah, I got it on the hardest.
Really?
And literally, these dudes, because it's not like they have more life. It's just that they can see you better. And literally, it's only like 2 or 3 of them, and they walk in the most. your resources mean nothing because really your resources are just there to supplement you walking slower. So as long as you
What the
are
fuck?
slower, as long as you calm down and don't rush into
Wait,
anything,
hold on, David.
yes, it's
Science is
good.
not an
David,
emphasis.
This is an
what the?
open
Oh
world
my
stealth
god!
game.
What?
Open world stealth game. A slow pace.
Dude,
Oh my goodness! I'm so
it is
glad I got this.
it is very slow, and I'm gonna tell you, man, my early impressions are not the best. It's not giving me the vibes, and that's why I got so much confusion with the reviews that are out there. People are saying like, "Oh yes, it's this engaging, engrossing story. It's this thing 10 out of 10, but the controls and games is garbage." Well, I mean, I think they need to change their 10 out of 10s, man, because at this moment that
Well,
I'm
let's
playing
talk.
right now,
So
it
Metacritic
can't
gave
be
it an
it can't be
83.
10.
So
It
let's
can't be
let's
10 out
talk
of 10.
about that. Let's talk about that. Let me pull it up for chat here so they can see it. So here is Metacritic right here.
Guys, give me a second. I got to drop my son off at his
Go
basketball.
ahead,
I'll be
because we're
right
getting
back.
ready to dive into this Metacritic here. So
Okay,
Metacritic,
I'll be right back. We'll talk about it more. I'll be right back.
yep. So 83 overall score. This is based on the critics here. So critic, 100s across the board, basically. There were some lower scores here too. I know everybody was shitting on IGN for their scores and shit. Let's go to some of these here. So it says the real issue is Death Stranding. This is Game Informer. The real issue is that Death Stranding's gameplay really is as simple as it appears to be, and the elements around the story, combat, and lackluster mission objectives aren't satisfying enough to anchor the title to get players invested. So it's kind of sounds like this is where David is right here. He's kind of in the 70s right here. This is kind of where David is at. He's like, I mean, he did, it was at least game enough for him to put that many hours in one session. So you have to give the game credit enough for that, where he felt like, okay, I am going to try to push through. But let's look at some of these user scores here. Now, the user score is a little spooky. Shout out to BitCloud. What up, Lamont, man? What's going on? Frozen, what up? All right. Let's take a look. Nothing extra funny. Super long cinematics. Boring gameplay. Action is absolutely awful. 4 points for graphics. Some of these here you got to take with a grain of salt, though. Because some of these are just bullshit. They're just fucking review bombing. You know how this shit is. You know how dudes do. They get on here, they get moist as fuck, and they just release pressure by doing this. It has very good graphics, even good cinematics, but if the gameplay is boring, it could have introduced more action moments, shots, to give more life to the game's themes. This weighs more than good graphics, and it also seems to me that they are excessively
Can you
long
show
cinematics.
some that were from not users, but like the actual critics that gave it 100 scores? I want to see what the hell they were saying.
Let's go back to critics.
Because you all know that I don't believe anything deserves a perfect.
Right.
So I want to see
let's
what
do one
was perfect beyond a doubt, and there's no need to change.
Let's do Screen Rants. Death Stranding is dizzying, unshakable in its belief it is doing something worthwhile and is one of the most important games of this decade. That's kind of confusing. Okay, but I get it. They're saying it's important, but they don't say the word fun. Let's see. Death
I
Stranding.
can't wait to Angry Joe rip into this one.
EGM, in the end, Death Stranding's biggest mystery isn't any of the elements we've had teased in the 3+ years of the trailers. It is what people are going to think of it. Even from a man known for making love them or hate them projects, this may end up being one of the most divisive games ever created. For me, it was an experience that I can truly say was unlike any other I remember, and if nothing else, Death Stranding makes me respect Hideo Kojima for convincing Sony to invest millions into a game that is about a man delivering packages to holograms.
Oh shit!
What the fuck? See, Terry, this is a 100 right here, Terry.
Not even live people. Not even live
That
people.
just sounds like complete, like he's just sucking that D right now. Like he hasn't gone over any like characteristics or aspects of the game to back up his score. You know what I mean? He didn't talk about gameplay. He didn't talk about anything. He just basically was just sucking that D right there. That's how that was. Even when Dave was talking about it, he even mentioned that some of the controls and things were wonky. So that alone means that there was things that need to be fixed, which means the game's not perfect. And this guy didn't mention anything.
I don't think the controls are wonky, to be said.
You haven't played it.
No, but I've read and heard people's opinions on it. Now the controls.
David said it was wonky, so you heard the opinion of that, right?
I know I heard his, but I'm saying to counter that. What I heard was with the controls when you're walking. To walk, you got to use the L2 and R2 buttons to balance your walk. That's what makes it challenging. If you're not using the L2 button and the R2 button to balance your walk, you will stumble and you will fall.
Frozen said, "Big
But
Mike
this guy
always
can't
capping."
take one. Like, is this guy just working intoxicated? He can't take one step without fucking falling over. You gotta push your bumpers to make sure he knows how to balance. What the fuck?
Going in.
I know, she going ham. Yeah, no, she
This guy's trying to walk on a damn line tipsy all the way to the other side of the goddamn map. Uphill.
This is very weird because, you know, I was listening to Dave talk about the game, and especially when he said it's like Paperboy, which is very interesting because Paperboy literally is a game about delivering papers, and the point of the game is to pass the obstacles to get the papers delivered. And now that he said that, and the way that he's describing Death Stranding, like what you have to do, it is super funny to me that fits. Like, that fucking is so crazy to me.
Another thing with why he's saying it's a social strand, because you're leaving, like, I can put a bridge down, I can put a piece of bridge down for one person, and another person that's playing the game, if you're playing online, can finish the bridge off for you and leave a note, and so on and so on.
Leave a note?
Yes, so basically...
Terry's like unimpressed as fuck. Terry is so fucking, whoa, I need some Dramamine for all those waves.
Hey man,
Whoa.
one piece here, I decided to finish it for you.
Oh yeah, but so basically, like I'm saying, that's why, Kojima is saying, you're reconnecting the world.
By delivering packages.
Or like EGM says, invest millions into a game that's about a man delivering packages to holograms.
Delivering UPS mail, but except it takes 10 days shipping.
Why don't you package that note and have him deliver that to himself too?
Boy.
Christopher Hart said, Terry, you're a savage.
I know.
I know.
This game's all about freaking delivery, so why the hell are they just putting a note there? Shouldn't they be mailing that to me?
I want to get to one of the, let's see,
I'm definitely going to, probably after this podcast, I'm going to stream it if I'm allowed to put it on YouTube, because I saw some people on YouTube saying they were getting striked. So if they're getting striked, I'll stream it on Twitch.
Yeah, do it on our Twitch.
So if you want to see it, check me out on Twitch. I'm definitely going to dive in for at least a couple hours before the next podcast I got to do tonight.
So, okay, US Gamers said Death Stranding might be Kojima's boldest game to date. It may also be his most tedious. Either way, its originality outweighs its sometimes exhausting structure and poor pacing, but only just, maybe not a game I would recommend.
What's original about
walking up a mountain? But and it really sounds like what David has been saying. It was said earlier too. Like it's definitely has some exhausting amount of options.
Real quick.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, Undergirl. Thanks that you're here.
Get the
moving on.
Moving on. Moving on, man.
Let's see. IGN said there's fascinating, fleshed out world of supernatural science fiction to enjoy across a sprawling, spectacular map. So it's a real shame that it's all been saddled on gameplay backbone that struggles to adequately support its weight over the full course of the journey. So IGN, they were kind of hard on that. Giant Bomb was fucking hard.
So what's the score that IGN gave them?
They gave them a 6.8. 6.8.
6.8.
Ooh,
6.8.
just barely passing.
This is now Giant Bomb shitted on it. They were the newest ones. Kojima's first Konami project is a bizarre, self-indulgent mess that never quite manages to tie its myriad pieces together. Damn.
Well, Giant Bomb wasn't the first one to shit on him. It was that Steve dude. I'm sure you can find it. He gave it like a 3.5, but that's
Death Stranding. He says Death Stranding is an irredeemable piece of garbage that should serve as a warning to publishers who give developers carte blanche to create art.
Right.
Oh shit!
I mean, but if you go read a lot of his reviews, anything that does with PlayStation, he gives the lowest score possible. And if you go see his Twitter, he's like, he's got the body wash for Xbox, and he's got the onesie on and everything. So
he's biased.
Garuda,
yeah, exactly.
Garuda, that shit is funny, dude. He said, "Let's be real." He said, "If Kirby was not a cocksucker, the Earth would never rotate." True. I mean, he would be the best. It would be weird. You don't want to get toppy from Kirby. I don't know how I feel about that. Garuda, let's do this. Let's get this one out the way for you, bro.
Oh, shit. You want the life!
So let's get into user reviews.
Damn, Garuda, how you gonna lose a life like that?
I'm just fucking with you, bro. Just fucking with you. All right, let's go to so some of these user reviews. I have 4 hours in, about to return it. The gameplay isn't fun. The mechanics are pathetic. The constant stumbling is annoying, at least. Only in 2019 can you sell a $60 walking, stumbling, hiking simulator. The boss fights, in quotes, are mid-core. The graphics are among the best.
Wait.
So if you...
He only played 4 hours. What boss fight? Freaking Dave's been playing for 12 and he hasn't encountered one.
But Dave had been sneaking. He hasn't been pulled into one yet.
Yeah, because if you get caught by those invisible black things, they'll grab you.
So
and
the
if you
bosses are
don't
optional? They're optional? They're not, they don't force you as a...
Yeah, and like if you don't escape in time, it'll drag you to the boss fight.
So basically, if you just sneak the whole time, you'll probably never have really any encounters.
Basically.
You're just gonna have a boring ass game.
Not unless it's a story. Not unless it's a story-based boss.
But and that's the point, and that's the point that I have with it. Is
shit, David's back! Yeah,
I'm back. I just dropped him off. I'm probably gonna, like I said, be in and out. But I had, like I said, I played it. I did not encounter any bosses, but that's because of the remedial ass fucking sneaking. I mean, I could just walk slower.
Quick question, Dave. If you were to negate the fact that you have to use the bumpers to keep from stumbling, would you still say the controls in the game are wonky? Outside of that aspect.
Okay, so I'll take that. Yeah, outside of that aspect, maybe not quite as wonky.
There you go. Give me a life. Terry's like, that's wonky, Mike. I was like, give me a life, dude. I did that.
But it's wonky in the sense that it still is not the greatest fucking controls. I mean,
right.
Even the fucking sneaking. I mean, if you want to wrap that whack ass rope around people, you just do that weak ass sneak and then you do it. So that's what I'm saying is that.
So how was that, David? Like, how long did, like, say that camp that you ran up on, right? Like, how long did it take you to, like, let's say, fight those enemies or take those enemies out? How long did it take you to do it?
About 45 seconds.
What?
Huh?
Yeah.
Wait, so
because
how long? Okay, now let me ask you this question. So from starting your delivery to encountering that point, how long did it take you from starting the delivery to encountering that point? How long did it take you to get to the point where you had to kind of deal with that camp?
Okay, so like the first time they put you in that camp, it's not that far. Mm-hmm. It's probably about a good 7-8 minute walk.
Okay.
But that walk, like I say, you get to there. I mean, it's fucking obvious. I mean, you see them. And they just walk blindly straight forward and just wrap their asses up. So, like I said, it's not terribly difficult in that aspect. It's just everything else makes it fucking hard. It's the damn trekking. It's the long, laborious as fucking travel. It's the nature of the fucking rocks on the ground that can make you trip. It's the water that can
The
make you lose your
stamina.
packages.
So
The
have you had a
stamina,
chance?
yeah.
Have you had a chance to get a vehicle yet, David? Have you got to that point?
Yes,
Okay, so what was the vehicle that you got?
the bike that only works for 10 seconds.
Oh,
What do you mean? Is it electronic or
shit.
something or what?
It's not a good piece of travel. I mean, it does get you through BT territory quicker, but damn, once you wake the motherfuckers up, they chasing you. You know what I mean? And you don't want to do that. So it's kind of pointless to drive a loud ass bike through there because they're gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, you
But
can't outrun them.
right, but you can outrun them. But in that bike is loud as fuck. And let's say if you run, then you hit a small ass rock. Then your fucking bike is gonna tip over, and then guess what? All your packages is everywhere. That motherfucker's gonna be grabbing at you. So
Oh,
it's
for real?
kinda
Oh, wait,
like-
hold on. So your bike is easily destroyed. Like anything can destroy it.
It's just that it can be stopped. It's just there's no, your bike is not as powerful as it looks. It looks like, damn, this is a cool ass fucking DARPA fucking bike, but then when you drive it, you're like, it got me there a little quicker, but
Is it-
I had, you know.
Is it a challenge to use the bike as well? Like, you have to use the bumpers, to keep it balanced and stuff like that?
No, because your bike is good for carrying cargo and shit.
All right.
It does.
Okay,
help,
so
yeah.
you don't have to use the
But-
bumper mechanic while you're on the bike.
No,
Okay.
you just got to worry about other things like little rocks or little
Okay.
little bumps in the road and shit.
Terry
Okay,
is so
I mean-
fucking bored about
I mean,
damn Stranding. Terry is like, when I tell you the look on her face, that she is like, her interest is, she has zero at now. Now it's in the negatives.
I've always had zero interest in this game, and the more I hear about it, it's just.
I mean, you do the same
I'm
thing in
with you, Terry.
Red Dead. You do the same thing in Red Dead Redemption too. Because like, if you
But that's what-
hold on, like I said, you experienced it also with me on Red Dead Redemption 2 there, Dave. Like when we're riding horses, just if you hit the slightest pebble on a fucking horse when you're riding your horse on Red Dead Redemption 2, boom, you're tumbling. You're
That's not true.
I'll say this.
That's an
I'll say this.
exaggeration.
No,
I'll
it's
say
not.
this. I'll say this.
That's an
Mike
exaggeration.
is exaggerated, but yes, your horse can fucking trip up on the greatest of ease. But I will say
Exactly.
this, but that does not excuse Death Stranding's bullshit. Don't make it right. Two fucking wrongs don't make it right. And that shit, and that's why I'm saying some of those guys I saw that reviewed this game kind of trashed fucking Red Dead and said it was slow and all this. But this game is fucking slower. I mean, it's got that feel that shit's gonna ramp up, but it doesn't. It just keeps chugging along.
So, David, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, David. So, and I know, usually when you complete a quest, right, there's this reward, whether it's gigantic or whether it helps something that helps you in the journey or whatever. So, without getting into specific details on getting certain things, how was the rewards from some of the deliveries that you finished?
I'm going to tell people right now, don't go into this game thinking you're going to be heavily appreciated and showered with fucking awards. You won't be. I mean, really, the thing about the game is just getting the packages and getting the pats on the back. When you deliver the packages and the shit is not like rain fucking soaked and shit, they'll be like, oh, you got it in good shape. Yeah, good job. And then they give you some resources. And those resources help you build bridges and fucking ladders and fucking doo-doo bombs and shit. But other than that, it's just like,
So I have a question.
Rewind it. Doodoo bombs.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Based on my understanding, you're working together as like the gaming community to build these roads or whatever. Wouldn't the whole game just be littered with fucking roads and shit by now?
You would hope so, but Kojima, he actually puts that behind a connection wall. And what I mean by that is you have to keep delivering those. And this is going to get into story spoilers, so I want to be careful.
Spoilers. Go ahead,
Spoilers.
David. No, but I'm just announcing. But go ahead, David. Yeah.
Yes. So tiny spoiler. The idea is connection, and that's kind of the thing, is being connected with people and not going things alone. And
That's what I was saying earlier when you were a step away.
Yeah, it's just kind of connecting. And so when you connect to different places and you like basically enlighten some of these dark sectors of the United States, they open up and say, "Oh shit, you got us connected. Oh shit, now you can see the map and view other players' fucking structure." So you can kind of see it if you like do like the little, when everybody has like the sense, when you press a button, it gives you a sense around where everything is at. But if you have the open, if you open up that connection, it will allow you to see more on the map, and you can see where motherfuckers place bridges, ladders, and ropes and shit where you can climb and shit.
Okay, so that is a little. I would say dark, and I know Terry's about to fucking cringe because I'm about to say it, but it is a little Dark Souls-ish because Dark Souls you can leave like notifications behind and say like get ready, this boss about to rack you and shit. They give you a heads up or like make sure you use this or they'll give you tips.
Bloodborne as well.
Yeah, Bloodborne, same developers.
It's basically the same concept. That is exactly it. And like that's how I was able to avoid a lot of BT bullshit, because when I connected the network, all that shit opened up and motherfuckers who placed little stickers that said, "Hey, watch out, there's BTs over here," or "Watch out, there's fucking rough ass terrain, you can't use your bike." You just know like where you can go. And so if you, as long as you stay connected to the internet, don't listen. If you disconnect the internet from this game just so you can make it harder on yourself, you're a fucking sadomasochist.
Yeah.
It's the option, but you just like fucking pain. I don't get why you would like painful pain.
The thing I would ask,
but at the same token, though, if you have other people's stuff there, they're kind of just playing the game for you, and now you're just
exactly, Terry. You took it out.
That interesting. Oh, I guess I don't have to or that because now I know that there's such over there, nothing over there. It takes the whole aspect of the open world away.
So David, question.
Terry's right. I disagree with that.
David Frozen had it
in a linear way because there's no reason for you to explore.
David Frozen has a question. I don't know if this is spoilery or not, but like, can you say what's in the packages? Do they tell you what's in the packages? Can you give us an example of what you would have to deliver?
Hey, no, Terry's right. Now listen, Terry's fucking right, man.
What?
It's like, it's not necessarily condoms, but it'll be like clothes or morphine or fucking pizzas or fucking.
Wait. Go back, David. Pizzas.
Yeah. Pizzas.
Pieces.
Wait, what?
Pieces.
Yes.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Okay, like
fresh. Is that dry packed?
You get fucking pizzas.
You and so you have delivery if you're not there within 30 minutes.
If you don't deliver that, if you don't deliver that shit in 30 minutes, man, you fuck.
So one of the things in the package is pizza. So it ain't DiGiorno's. Don't send Sam Bridges.
Ain't no motherfucker DiGiorno. Ain't no motherfucker DiGiorno.
That come hot or
wait, hold on.
30 minutes.
David, right, so are you're being serious? That there's a moment where you have to deliver pizzas?
Yes.
What the fuck, man? Get the fuck out of here, man!
That's just stupid.
No way, man.
I would not spend $60 on that.
No fucking way.
I still can't wait to play it, but like I said, that's funny. That's funny
as fuck. David, so can you? Froze has another question. Can you use something in the packages? Like, can you get the packages for yourself? Is there a moment where you have to get your own shit to you?
Steal all that shit.
Chris said there's also a moment where you have to deliver a video game.
What the hell are they gonna play video games on? I thought they were doing the thing trying to survive.
What?
David, are you there?
He probably stepped away again. Remember, he said he had to do something with his son.
Oh, that's right, he did. Fuck, I don't know if he could use... Because, see, he's the only one that has fucking actually goddamn played it.
Well, Chris has been playing as well, Chris Hart.
I still say we move on.
But it's just I just got so Terry is like, fuck this game.
All right, so my thing is the only other question I want to ask Dave. The only other question I want to ask Dave, but he's not here, is he enjoying the story? Because is it intriguing? Is it pulling you in?
Right.
Gameplay still needs to be good.
That's right. He's definitely talked a lot about gameplay.
Watch the story on YouTube.
No, see, that's not true. That's not true.
It is true. The whole point of a game is to play it. If your gameplay,
I always go say like you go to send.
I want a good story. Trust me.
I want a good story over
gameplay, but the gameplay still has to be fucking good. And so far, I haven't heard anything good about it.
Well, I mean, that's hey, listen.
I know you don't like it.
Watch the story unfold on YouTube.
I don't. I don't like
gameplay.
Watching people
play. It's your reason to play. That's why it's called gameplay.
Oh shit! Look, Brandon's
Sorry,
like,
I
always go story over gameplay. I always go story over gameplay.
Okay, David. The question was,
I do a great story about gameplay, but the gameplay still has to be fucking good and fun and give you a reason to put the game on.
Well, maybe
final question, David. Final question about Death Stranding. It was from Big Mike. He said, "Now you told us a lot about gameplay. Now I kind of understand what this game is, but what about the story so far?" Like the cut scenes, how has that been treating you so far?
It's interesting. I will say it's typical Kojima, highbrow, weird craziness. If you like Kojima stories, you're gonna like this one because it is, it's Kojima style. It's got weird ass character. You got a person named Die Hard Man. You got a motherfucker named Fragile. You got motherfuckers. You got weird ass names because that's just what Kojima does. But it's it's good. I think it's reminiscent of what you would expect in like a sci-fi Silent Hills kind of thriller type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, the story is good, but it's not what could carry this game. Like I said, so far when I'm playing, I don't see 10 out of 10. I mean, I'm not getting where people are getting fucking 10 out of 10s from.
Well, where are you at right now?
Let's name itself.
Let's get a tentative. I don't want to say this is your final score, but let's just say.
Well, I'll do a video on the final review.
Where is your head at now? Let's say 1 being Crackdown 3, 10 being like fucking Outer Worlds. What do you give it?
Outer Worlds is not a fucking 10.
It is.
Definitely not a fucking 10. But you know what? I will say this, man. IGN actually had the most accurate score for this.
Okay,
I'll give it, at this moment, 5.
David, your shit, you sound like you fucking Meteor Man or something right now.
He said 5.5.
Hold on one second.
Okay, so 5.5.
I'm pulling in my driveway right now. Hold on, I'm pulling into my driveway right now.
Good, so you can get to your juicy ass Wi-Fi. Let's get it.
I know, because I got to get to my Wi-Fi shit. But like right now, I think IGN has the most accurate review. I think a 6.5, 5.5, 6.5, because you are getting some damn good graphics, man. I'll give the devs all of the accolades possible when it comes to visuals. I don't think I've seen detailed characters since, like, Red Dead is probably one. What's that, L.A. Noire? Yeah. Remember how L.A. Noire's faces used to look and how detailed you can see emotions and skin pulling and shit? I'll give that credit for as far as visuals, and the story is passable. But as it stands right, cannot be because it doesn't give you the sense of like, like, oh my god, it's fucking Paperboy and Dark Souls. Okay, 6 out of 10.
Dude, that is so funny to me, man, that you compare this. It's so funny that you're comparing it to Paperboy because I remember how frustrated I was playing that.
I encourage everybody.
What you say?
There's a discussion happening in the chat, and I have to call bullshit and expose Mike. I recall on multiple accounts when you talked about Spider-Man that you played it because you enjoyed just swinging around the city.
I did swing.
That is gameplay.
I did do that.
Gameplay. Yeah.
I did do.
You said that you didn't even. You said multiple times that you haven't got into the story much because all you've been doing is swinging around the city.
I did.
Therefore, you were doing the gameplay, not the story. So shut the fuck up.
No, I did do that. Yes, I did do that. But the story is very gripping on Spider-Man.
But you put tons of hours in that game without barely even touching the story because all you wanted to do was swing around the damn city.
For 2 hours, for 2 hours, I enjoyed swing.
But all you were doing was just gameplay. You weren't doing story.
No.
Gotcha.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
Got 2 hours. All I did was 2 hours swinging around the city.
Frozen said,
Now,
"What's the
I'ma tell you
story,
guys-
Mike?"
I don't know if Mike is going to enjoy it or not because, he may go into it with a more positive spin. But I always go into these types of games skeptical because, when you're talking about not a lot of interaction, not a lot of, character interaction with other characters, you got to be careful because it can be boring, man. And not a lot of games can succeed that way. And you have to be an awfully good fucking game in order to be alone and make it exciting and interesting.
So,
and
David,
this was the mark.
David, so say it again for people who have just joined. You said this isn't your final score, but you said you're agreeing with IGN right now. You're saying it's like a 5-6, right?
Right, because I can't totally say it's garbage because it's not like a 1. This is not irritating stick. It's not like that shit. But but it is, it's one of those games where if you like nothing, right? If you just like to just casually walk through a beautiful world and just take in the scenery, just take in kind of the horror kind of lore a little bit and kind of just love that kind of just walking and hearing kind of new age Japanese music, then yeah, that it'll be for you. But I'm gonna tell you, I can't at this moment in time recommend it as a game you must buy. I can't in all consciousness. I can't.
All right. So that's it. That was our experience here. David played the game. He put in about 13, 14 hours into the game. So that's a lot of time. And he said he's kind of at a 5-6 for it right now. That's very interesting.
So are you going to finish the game, or are you going to be, or is it? You're losing interest, and you want to.
Well, I'm gonna try and finish it. I'm gonna try and beat it because to review it, I don't want people saying I'm exposed because I didn't beat it. So
is this a disc or
I'm gonna try and beat it. This is rental. I rented from Redbox.
You had it for 3 days, right?
Yeah.
Yep. That's
you missed the Persona. You already missed the rage earlier.
So
More probably show up.
But I will tell you guys, listen, honestly, this is not like just jumping on hating bandwagons. This is not trying to just be angry to be angry. I took Mike's advice. I went into it like, okay,
I appreciate that.
I wanted to surprise me. I'm not going to judge it. I'm going to go in head first. I mean, I listened to every dialogue. I didn't skip anything. I just said, let me go head first because I would be, surprised if I do like it. I'm going to say, fuck, I can't believe it.
But you weren't impressed.
No. I was not. It's not. I'm not fucking impressed.
He wasn't impressed, you guys.
All right, so that's
good. Not impressive.
Oh shit! All right, so that is a Death Stranding. We talked about the reviews and everything. Look, this game is super divisive. Everybody has their take on it, on the reviews, on the gameplay. I'm gonna play it on PC as well, and I'm gonna review the PC version. Of course, it's going to be hashtag spectacular on hashtag BC.
It's going to be hashtag super boring and super high graphics.
Yes. Shut up, Big Mike. Shut up, because I know what you're about to say. Shut up.
We got a request.
What's that?
Okay. Persona wants Terry to rage. She's like, he's telling me in the chat, give me the rage, Terry. Give me the rage.
Watch out, Terry. He might have some bottle of lotion with him. Watch out.
No, Persona's not Xbox. He's gonna take your life.
Oh shit! He is not Xbox.
He has an Xbox.
I might have had him confused with somebody else. I'm sorry.
Mod the game so you have pizza boxes on your back.
I
swear to God, I'm gonna mod the fuck out of it, Frozen, when it comes out.
See, now you got him raging Xbox.
Guys, I encourage people to watch gameplay of Paperboy on NES. And I want people, before they buy this game, I want people to watch it. If they got emulators, I want them to play Paperboy for NES. and they will understand what Death Stranding is about.
Man, that is so funny to me still, man. I cannot believe it's like Paperboy. But
It's
okay.
exactly like Paperboy. He took Paperboy and said, "What happens if we put Paperboy in a post-apocalyptic, fucking Dark Souls, Silent Hills world?"
I just want to take
Dude,
a
that
moment
is so hilarious.
for us. I just want to take a moment to appreciate that Sony has a critically acclaimed piece of shit.
Oh shit!
I mean, you said that
Shots
about
fired. Shots.
You said that.
fired.
Hold on, man. I mean, you said that about you said in most of the games for Sony put out was piece of shit, except for The Last of Us.
They have some good games, they do, but most of them haven't been that great.
I'm saying this
This one, Death Stranding, from what I've been hearing about it, is super overhyped. And
I'm just saying. I want to say
this moment
with really good, scores.
I'm just saying.
It's a critically acclaimed piece of shit.
I'm just saying. Hold on, man. You said you did. You said wasn't your cup of tea? It was horseshit. And you didn't like Horizon Zero Dawn.
The gameplay was really good and fun. The story was meh.
And you didn't like Spider-Man. Remember that?
No, Spider-Man wasn't for me. Didn't care for it. And I love Spider-Man. And I was a diehard Spider-Man fan. That game was a huge disappointment.
See? No. I don't know.
That's I don't know.
That's the only thing I have to disagree.
I don't know. Do I have an exposed button on Danny?
I don't know if she's exposed or not. Maybe I give a little exposed. That's it. That's all she get.
All right. What crack he's smoking? He goes, what crack might be on?
All right, let's do this. Let's I know. Let's because you know this is going to go. All right, so we're gonna move. We're gonna move from Death Stranding.
That dick flavor that you guys all been smoking.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Wow.
Fucking disgusting.
You know, oh my god.
Oh my god.
All right, okay.
Hold on. Maybe you need some of that pussy juice that Ben's got.
Well, I don't know if I got enough to share. I got a little bit left. I got some left.
Persona, I played Spider-Man start to finish.
They come out with the 24 pack.
It was a disappointment.
How much was the 24 pack?
Persona said take a life.
The 24 pack is $50.
You said take a life because you're claiming I didn't play it.
Oh, oh shit.
Ben is trying to speak. How much the 24 pack?
$50.
$50. 20.
You spent $50 for a 24 pack?
The cost of a cheap
He got to get that. Listen, he got to have that pussy. Well, who don't want the pussy?
Anything transmitted to you, it's right there.
I'm all about pussy, but I don't care. I don't spend $50 on a can of.
Hold on, wait. Hey, Danny and Dave, how much do you have to spend on your wives? Is it more than $50?
Well, on my wife or my motherfuckers? Hey, on my wife, shit. I don't know. Maybe over the years, millions. I don't fucking know. Shit.
See.
No. Listen. But the difference between my wife and the pussy juice is portable. It's like the Switch. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Okay. Anyway, what's up, Pudsey? Let's just move on because that shit is forever. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Ooh, see?
Oh my God! Let's do this right now. First,
I know you're triggered for Red Dead Redemption 2, there, Danny.
Rockstar Games, okay, has released Red Dead Redemption 2 for PC. It is out now. This is some. Yeah, David, give me some. Can we hear little words for Rockstar on how they feel?
Oh, Rockstar, what are you doing? You loaded the game from the devil. Don't get your service from the Leviathan. You get him from the man.
Here we go, Dave. You already know. But yeah, seriously, man. There really needs to be a eulogy on how they handled the release for Red Dead Redemption 2. When I tell you that it was probably one of the worst releases I've ever seen in my fucking life. I cannot believe it. So it came out, and
Devil May Cry 5 was the worst release.
No, I thought Batman was the worst release ever
it was the
created.
worst release because when they released it, it had no EXE file. You couldn't play.
Well, they must have learned something from Devil May Cry because this was the same fucking shit. Okay, so on PC, you can get it two ways. You can get it from Rockstar's launcher, and you can buy it from the Epic Game Store. Now, Epic Game Store is tragic in its own right. It's already a tragedy. And there were issues in the UK where if you bought it on the launcher wouldn't see the game, or it would send a command and he'd delete your friends list, and it was all kind of shit.
Oh,
So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna bite the bullet and get it on Epic Game Store. So I bought it on fucking Epic Game Store because I didn't want to lose my contacts that I already had with my social club. So I was scared of that. So I said, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna get it on Epic Games. So I bought it on Epic Games, and man, it literally was not available for the first 3 days. Like, there was I think 5 people playing and some people on Twitch playing, and that was it. Nobody else could get into the fucking game. And I say this too, and this was my complaint with Anthem devs too at first, and that was the lack of communication at first. Like, there was the Twitter, their support Twitter was lit up, the Reddit was lit up, and there was no communication on why the game cannot be played. And then all of a sudden they communicated 24 hours later. They said that this is their communication. And I think I want to pull it up. I don't know, fuck it. It said, "We are aware of the issues." And that was literally what they said. And then, of course, that fucking comment section was littered with memes and shit because they could not fucking believe.
Did they do any tests for the PC launch?
You know what it is, Terry? It is the DRM. I get it. You want to make sure that the game cannot be torrented and all that shit, but that DRM really fucks with the game because it has to check in online. It has to check in through the launcher. It has to check in through Epic Games. It's got to do all these check-ins before check before the game.
Like Destiny, when you go pick up your mail from the person in Destiny, check.
Right. What's up, Meow? Yeah, and it was
Meow
such a
life.
Fuck Meow. It was such a epic failure. Terry, did you see? Because I know you didn't really get it on PC, but did you see kind of the outcry for how terrible the launch was?
No, because most of that took place when I was doing my trip.
Oh shit! So you missed a lot of the bullshit behind it. I know Big Mike was hyped.
I just heard that it.
I was watching it.
I just heard that it was having a lot of performance issues.
And
the game couldn't get it up.
See, that's one of the things I like. I like doing, like Dan said. I like to watch the Twitterverse or the internet explode on shit like this.
Yeah, Big Mike was super hype. He was like, "Daddy,
I'm sitting there eating my popcorn." I called him. I was
fucking hype, man.
What's this? You watching this? Like, watching what? As a fucking Red Dead Redemption PC is exploding.
And he's like, and when I tell you that he was so happy, and I couldn't understand it. I'm like, why are you hyped, man?
He's like, let me watch it. He goes, let me watch this. He's like, oh my god,
like,
you guys.
He's like, I'm a filthy pony. I'm a filthy pony. It's trash, and I fucking suck, PS4's dick. Like,
I didn't say all that.
And PC is tragic. And look like this. And I just could not fucking believe it. I'm like, dude, are you really this hype that Red Dead Redemption is an epic fucking disaster on PC with release? I mean, this dude literally. he had a trollgasm. Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't mad at
That motherfucker had a trollgasm.
No, Austin was trolling your ass hard. I wasn't mad at Austin.
I ignored it. I started blocking people on Twitter.
I started blocking people on Twitter like.
Because motherfuckers come in, oh, I'm back with the PC Master Race. And I'm like, damn. But you don't see the fact that this game launched disaster. And this is people who paid their money, who literally could not play the game for the first 3 days of release. And it's still some people who can't play it. Now, granted, I was able to play it. I was finally, they had did like 2 or 3 patches.
What was it, 2 days?
Yeah, like 2 or 2.5 days. I was able to play super late night on the 3rd day. I downloaded the patch, and when I clicked the game and it booted up, I was like, I just passed out because I could not fucking believe that.
See, I knew you were triggered because hell, you even called me like on the 2nd day, like Mike.
I said, Mike.
You needed somebody to talk to.
We have to retract the Red Dead being the worst for PC this year because there was something even worse than that.
What was that?
Oh yeah,
Atlas was fucking. I don't even
that was
get
bad.
started. Atlas was. Oh god.
Well, I mean, Atlas is bad. Plus, you also got to get Breakpoint because Breakpoint is terrible right now. It's a major flop.
Well, Pudsey said hashtag trollgasm. That's a trollgasm. It's disgusting to look at. It sounds disgusting. That's a trollgasm.
I mean, even Ruby.
That's how Big Mike was. He's like, I can't wait to talk to Danny. And as soon as I said, what's up? I said, what's up, Big Mike? He was, He was just like on the cusp of it. So let's be real here. This motherfucker was hype as fuck.
I was
not there to console. He was just like, he said, let me sing you this song.
Let me see that shit. Do that one more time, dog.
Like I said, I was there to console you when you called me though to talk to me.
And I called Mike. I said, I know Mike is going to literally need a cigarette after this, but let me call him. And I called. I said, Mike.
I ain't gonna lie. When he called me, I give the man a hug. I was like, it's all right, Danny. It's okay.
But hold on, but Mike, did you do the trollgasm though?
No, I didn't do the trollgasm. I got his mother back and it's okay, man.
He did. He was hype. He was like, let me sing you a song. Hello, my darkness, my old friend. Singing songs and dumb shit. Fuck you, man. You know what I'm saying? But Red Dead Redemption was a fucking disaster.
He's about to die.
Fuck y'all, man. Fuck y'all, man. Chat, y'all loving it too. Dude. Chat loving it. Fuck y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't able to play, man.
The only other song I played for him when he called me up was Lil Nas.
Take my horse. Yeah, come on. Don't want to take my horse to the hotel road and troll you till the day turns on. So any fucking way. Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, here is the positives of Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC. I have, of course, a PC. My PC is beefy. I built it up new now. It's all new.
Is it beefy like a taco?
Oh, it's beefy. Oh, it's very beefy. And I named it. I named this build Megan the Frame Rates. Because this one is all natural. The booty is big and shaking, and those frame rates is popping on this. So I said, all right, I got 32 gigs of RAM. I have the newest iCore 7. It's a 3.8. I can boost it to a 4.3 speed. I have a RTX 2070 Super XC edition, so it is just one step below 2080 Ti. So
you're ready. So you're ready to play Death Stranding next year.
So 100%. So I said, all right. So I said, now that is fuck you. So anyway, so now that now that I was able to play it, now my impressions of the PC version is yes, I absolutely had an orgasm. Like the motherfucking graphics is nasty dope. Like because they got the hair physics and stuff that's not on the console versions. The PC has
the hair physics ain't falling apart like WWE 2K.
No, it ain't like WWE 2K20. Nah, it ain't like where like one solid piece is connected.
Oscar, where Oscar lost her whole hair on one side of the match.
No, it's not that shit. It's not hair reappearing. It's none of that. When it finally was able to boot it up, I was able to play at 4K at 60, but I could not turn everything ultra. I couldn't do ultra. That's the one thing. I couldn't go 4K ultra. I could only go sunsetting.
How did that fucking snow look in that shit?
Dude,
it looked great on PS4 Pro. I can't imagine.
So I had textures.
Like
I had textures at ultra, and I had everything at high. I think I had TAA at 2. I turned off MSA because you don't need 2 types of AA. You only need 1 AA. So I turned off MSA, and I turned all the physics up. I'm using Vulkan API, so when I started up the game in that snow, and my eyes were bleeding. How good this fucking
terms, everybody that's watching. In layman terms, everybody that's watching, he turned the gamma up all the way, put the sunglasses on.
I did not turn the gamma up. I didn't have to do shit with the gamma. I'm running the game. I'm running the game at 4K at 60.
Lit some candles. Put some Luther Vandross on.
You done put that Luther Vandross on. Doing it. You done put the fucking Luther Vandross.
It's lies. It's lies, David. They're lies. These are all fucking lies. All right.
Exactly, because he had a 4K triple gasm.
So
the power, Lord. Never too much, never too much.
Exactly. And on the side of you had that pussy juice.
Right from Dave for the fact that he was the worst song from Luther Vandross.
But I'm telling you, when I tell you that, and I'm just saying this as a PC guy, all right? This is one of the best looking games I've ever seen. Like Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC is a technical feat. It is like Crysis though. I couldn't go ultra everything. I had to go ultra textures, high everything at 4K. Man, the snow, the way it builds up on your clothes, the fucking animal hair, your character's hair, the NPC's hair, the way the wood looks, like it is so graphically impressive. So there is some, and I hate to use the pun, some redemption with and I'll take my own life from that. But it was some real redemption when I actually got a chance to play it. When I got a chance to play it, my hate started to lift off of me, and I was like, wow, I don't.
My question is, I know you started this game. My question is, you got a lot on your plate like I do. How are you going to, beat this game? Plus, Star Wars is coming out, Pokemon's coming out. What are you going to do?
Ooh. Fuck.
Fuck. I mean, that's a whole different option. Fuck.
Wow, here we go.
What's up, Big Cloud, man? Listen, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to just literally
I
don't fucking know. I'm gonna tell my wife, look, baby, I'll go down on you, boom, get you sleep, and then while you sleep, I can game it up. That's the only way I'm gonna get past it. You know what I'm saying? She just gonna have to come, and then I can play the game. That's the only way I'm gonna be able to do it. So I'm gonna be thirsty as fuck coming up.
You and I earlier, it was in a pre-call, we both said, we got a lot on our plate.
Dude, there's too much.
And plus, Our walls are fucking empty.
God, that shit's crazy, dude. So, but yeah, Red Dead Redemption is out now on PC for you guys to get it. I would say get it. I would say, man, honestly, I would wait another week before buying it just so they can patch it all up.
You said get it, then wait a week.
Yeah, because basically that's what the fuck I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I had pre-ordered the motherfucker.
Don't get it right now.
Friday sales are going to be coming up in like 2 weeks or so.
Right.
Yeah, so I would say get it at that time frame, but I'm not shitting on it in the sense of saying it's a bad game on PC. I'm just saying that the launch and the bugs are too big to try to. Yeah, the bugs are just. Now it's good, but that's just because it's good for me now. That it's still not good for everybody right now. So that's why I would say give it a week. But after a week, you'll be looking at one of the most beautiful games you have ever seen in your life.
I mean,
especially
visually, it was outstanding.
And you got to remember, this is PC version. So
this
is and the Big Mike's so triggered right now. He want to just.
I'm not triggered.
But he is passing it on.
He's passing. Yeah, you know, he's like, ugh. But
whatever until it's PC.
Yeah, he's like, and I'm trying to tell you, if you guys want to, if you haven't played Red Dead Redemption 2 yet, and you have a PC, get it next week. Just wait a week, get it, and you will not be disappointed as far as that. After the fact, but you'll be disappointed now because you ain't gonna be able to play that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you'll be able to play it or not, but I can finally play it, and I must say, once I am finally able to play it,
I was just saying, I agree with you. It's a visual masterpiece.
It's a visual masterpiece. So yeah,
I enjoyed it. You know, another thing I enjoyed because I don't think you have that option. I enjoyed, putting the VR goggles on and playing in VR.
Nope, I don't have the VR yet, but I was
thinking that was a fucking amazing playing in VR.
Look, I know, Frozen, I'm with you, man. I want everything on Ultra, man, but you just cannot fucking do it on this game, dude. I don't care what you have, man. You can have two 1080s with a 2080. So you can run in triple SLI, and you still won't be able to fucking play that shit at Ultra.
You are absolutely true. 2 words there, Christopher. Red Dead Redemption 2 visually was a master porn.
Oh, 100%. And I had a towel, so I was good. I didn't fucking buy appliances. Let's see, 30 series. Yeah, you're gonna need like 2,000-3,000 motherfucking 30 series and shit. But okay, so that was Red Dead Redemption 2. Let's do one more topic here. This is one Terry brought to my attention. And this is PlayStation doing their best impersonation of EA. All right? So let's pull this up for the masses here so they can see it as well. Okay.
Me and Terry kind of raged about this too. We talked about this in the chat.
Okay,
this is some horse shit.
Yeah, this is some shit right here. So PlayStation now, and this is definitely some EA shit. The PSN avatar cost $100 fucking dollars.
That's stupid.
Okay, so this is Screen Rant here, and they say PlayStation Network avatar based on the State of Anarchy Masters of Mayhem is currently selling on PlayStation Store for an unprecedented $99.99, $100 fucking dollars, right? So this is the avatar, right?
It's ridiculous.
That shit is not dope. Like, that does not look dope at all. It's supposed to, I guess it's gold. It's supposed to be like a gold look, and it's, I guess, rare. I don't know. Terry, what the fuck do you think of this bullshit? With the $100 avatar. I know you're triggered.
Dude.
Hold on.
We were having this.
Pause 1 second.
What?
Persona, you hear? She's about to rage. She's about to explode.
Oh yeah, Persona, you better get ready. You said you wanted it. You want to be showered.
Get your lube ready, huh?
Get your lube, get your plastic ready, put it down, and let's go. So Terry, what do you think of this bullshit?
So we were having these discussions about it, and it was like, I was just like, why in the fuck is Sony having a goddamn avatar for $100 when majority of user base uses the free ones to begin with? And then if you are going to go ahead and splurge and buy a stupid freaking avatar, you're probably not going to more than $5 on one. Okay.
Right.
And plus, if you do not use one of the freebies, a lot of the times if you do pre-order, sometimes you might get avatars on certain pre well.
Yep.
So you might go that. So what were they thinking when they good idea to give out a $100 avatar? Like, who was looking at the number game? Like, yeah, 90% of our people are like, yo, we only use the freebie. Yeah, that's enough people. Let's do $100. Like, where did they factor that in? That was a good idea. That was something that people would buy. Like, I don't. They're freaking. They're just stupid. They're just stupid. And then the avatar just looks boring. It's not even anything that looks cool.
I mean, look at this shit, Terry. Look at this shit. This shit weak as fuck.
It's just the chic. It's just the golden fucking chic.
This shit is some bullshit.
Like, I'm not gonna spend $100 on a golden chic. Like, why do I want that?
I mean, that shit look like Bashir al-Assad. Get the fuck out of here, man. Nobody wants to fucking want that shit.
They didn't even give it. It's just a plain Jane fucking ordinary damn fucking avatar. There's nothing special about it. I had argued that maybe I would be more interested in buying avatars if they were animated or something, but I still wouldn't spend $100 on one. But instead of using the freebies, maybe make them animated, and then maybe people would start buying some avatars. But no one's gonna spend $100 on that fucking thing. And I already said, if you guys go and you see anybody with this avatar, straight up shame them because if you see anybody,
because this is some bullshit. What's up, Benjamin?
If you see anybody online with that avatar, you know they got. Okay.
It blocked their ass on PSN if they show like.
They will be publicly advertising their shame. All right, on their profile. Okay.
Yeah, I'm kicking you out the. Yeah, I'm definitely kicking you out the lobby if you come in my damn lobby with that shit. I'm like, pun.
Look at this shit. The motherfucking memes on this shit is funny as fuck.
Actually, I think someone actually already bought it because I saw. I was looking at. Yeah, I saw someone. Actually, I think someone actually bought it because I was looking at the avatar on my PlayStation. Someone actually reviewed it and gave it a 5-star.
What?
No. Special Officer Doofy report. Motherfuckers, because you could actually, can't you just download this image and upload it to your fucking avatar?
Yes.
No, you can't.
You could do custom stuff, right?
Right,
so
you
couldn't you just put that shit up on a file and put it up there?
No, not with PlayStation. PlayStation
Somebody
can't.
did the fucking Joker laugh at this shit. Motherfucker put it on their Google account.
Oh god, but no,
that shit is funny as fuck.
It's definitely up there with one.
Look
of the
how much it is
things.
in fucking Brazil. God damn.
It's definitely up there with one of the dumbest things Sony has ever done.
That shit is bullshit right there. What? That shit is like 306,000 rupees up in that bitch. That's some fucking bullshit.
Well, that's called state of anarchy because that's exactly what it is. Anarchy up in here about this bullshit.
Yeah, right here. Here's the link. Dan, if you show it, I'm gonna put it in our chat in the Discord.
What?
There's a person that I guess bought it and reviewed it and gave it 5 stars.
Is this? I was gonna say the name of a person, but I don't even want to start that debate.
It doesn't say the name of the person who did it.
I think I know who did it, but I don't want to.
I don't know. It wasn't me.
I know one person. I know one person in America right now who's dumb enough to buy that shit, and I don't even want to say his name. Yeah, I'm saying.
But yeah,
wait. Is this it right here?
Yeah, that's the link. You see it? They gave it 5 stars and 1 rating. So like I said,
him. It was him who rated it.
Yeah, it's him. It's him.
It's fucking stupid.
Days on burn him in the steaks. Oil his ass.
What the fuck?
Motherfucker bought his own steaks. Motherfucker bought his own wine. Now he bought his own avatar. And that's he's the only dumb motherfucker who would do that shit, but I ain't gonna say his name. But this motherfucker,
Turn Feather's ass right now.
This is tragic.
Shame him. He's a heretic. He's a heretic.
He's a heretic.
Hey, maybe he bought the Avatar there to reconnect the world.
Oh yes, that's fucking slow. That's right. He bought this shit because it's a delivery.
Fuck that. We not going there with that bullshit.
And this motherfucker's got to go through 12 hours of fucking horror to deliver a package in this.
We not doing that shit. We not doing it.
Oh, she's like, motherfucking people out here buying this fucking Avatar.
It was Sam Bridges. He bought that shit. He gotta deliver that fucking Avatar. He gotta
do anything for you. It doesn't look cool. It doesn't give you any brain rights because at the moment you mention that you bought it, everyone's gonna fucking make fun of you for buying it. So literally no reason to buy anything.
You just described Death Stranding. I'm just playing.
Oh shit. All right. So that is the show. Let's do final round. Let's get it over with.
We know you have a final round, Danny.
I am 100% in final round. But who's coming with me?
Benjamin said that is a McDonald's re-imaging of that shit.
All right. David, you in there or no?
I was gonna get in there, but nah.
All right. All right. Well, I guess it's just me.
Bring the heat, Danny. Gotta bring that passion, though. Danny wants that passion.
Then you gotta bring that. What did you say? That trollgasm? Then you gotta do that shit.
Okay.
Go Super Saiyan Blue.
Approved rage. All right.
Exactly.
So,
Go Super Saiyan Blue. Give us that fucking rage.
Okay. I guess it's me in the
Final round.
All right. Let's have a moment of silence for the death for the death of good ports. Let's have a moment of silence. Okay. All right. Rockstar. Here's what I want you to do, okay? I want you to stop watching the porn, all right? I want you to put that shit down for a moment, all right? I want you to take a real hard look at the launch for PC version of Red Dead Redemption 2. I want you to put your face all in it. I want you to take one good fucking look and see what to never, ever do again. Don't ever fucking do this shit again. Because I'm telling you, I was literally on the cusp of getting a fucking refund because I couldn't play it. I could not play the fucking game. I just literally could not play it. From day one to the end of day 3, I owned the game, couldn't play it. And my wife was trolling me. Big Mike, he had orgasms trolling me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm full fucking trigger. I'm like, fuck y'all, man. Y'all don't understand. I spent $64.99 on the fucking game. Right? So I should be able to play it. I should be able to play it. And it was like, a Rockstar was like, fuck you, dude. You're not playing this shit today. Go boot up Destiny, bitch. That's what it did. That's how it treated me. And I could not play it. I was in Reddit. They had, and here's the killer too. When support finally said something, all these fixes that they provided were so fucking asinine. They wanted you to reinstall Windows, update your fucking BIOS, rebuild your PC, become Death Stranding and return the binds that tied us. Like, they wanted you to do all of this fucking shit just to get it running. And it's still, let me tell you what I did. And I'm going to take my own life because I went through it. All right. I updated my BIOS. I updated the graphics cards. I came short of I did not reinstall Windows, but I did run a update. So I updated to the newest 1903. I ran the updates for the launcher. I ran the updates for fucking Epic Games. I verified the fucking game cache. I restarted my PC. And here's the killer thing too. I got it to boot up once. I got it to, during all of that, it came up. It just like loaded. But as soon as I went in the game to start it, my screen turned purple. And the game crashed, and all of my colors on my screen were fucking purple. It was like I was in a sea of fucking Barney cum. You know, I could not fucking believe this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, so I had to restart my computer. I restarted it, came back and said, oh shit, okay. I could not fucking believe what it took to get this game to run. And then all of a sudden, they released the correct patch, and now I can play it. So I am playing it, but Rockstar, here, don't rush the fucking effort. PC dudes, they already claim we wait forever. We already been fucking waiting. You should have just waited a little bit longer before fucking pushing this shit out. I mean, what is 2 days, 3 days? Saying, okay, well, fucking, we can't release on the 15th, we'll put it on the 18th, but that's to get all the bugs out and shit, and we promise you, when you boot this motherfucker up, you will have a game-gasm, you need a cigarette and all of that. They didn't, but they didn't give us that. They gave us one of the worst, shoddiest fucking launches for a game I've ever seen. I know we talked about worse launches, like Batman was terrible, Devil May Cry was a fucking sham, but that didn't last long. I think that was only a few hours. But it was terrible upon, trying to play Devil May Cry 5 on PC and didn't have a fucking exe file. It's like, then what the fuck did you install then? You know what I'm saying? So, but that only lasted a few hours, and Capcom was super quick on it. They were super vocal. They were like, hey, we know we fucked up. Sorry, we lose a life. You know what I'm saying? They were like, my bad. You know what I'm saying? But they were super quick on getting that EXE out to folks, and they pushed that massive update, and they got it quickly. But then you look at fucking Batman for Steam, and it was, I think it goes down as the worst, because out of all these games that failed, it was pulled off the shelves. It was literally pulled from all digital retailers because it was that fucking terrible. So I don't think it beats that per se, but man, it was damn close, because being able to play a game and it's trash to not playing it all is, man, that's even worse. And you couldn't fucking play it. But now you can for the most part. So PC guys, like I said, give it another week. I know you're salivating at the tit. You want to fucking play that fucking game, but man, just give it a fucking week. I should have waited. I failed my own cardinal thing. I should not have done. I should have just waited. But give it another week so all the bugs can get out, and then buy it, and then you won't be disappointed. All right, that's my final round.
Final round.
All right, what did you think, Terry? Scale of 1 to 10. 1 being one being Brandon's final round, 10 being yours. What do you give it?
Same as mine.
I'll give it a 7.
All right, good. I'll take it. I'll take it.
I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8.
I'll give it an minus. Nah.
It's still
I'll give it an 8.
Yeah, but I'll give it an 8.
All right, good. Thank you. All right, so yeah, that is the show for today. Shouts out once again. Huh?
Before we end it, I have one question for you.
What's that?
You, early when you were having all these problems, you stumbled upon something on the internet.
I did. And let me pull that up.
And you said you wanted to speak about it before, while we were on the show.
I did. Let me go to it here really quick here. Hopefully it won't be no nasty shit on my timeline. Let's see. I don't want us to get banned like a motherfucker. So, but and this has been kind of a conflicting thing too for everyone here. So, Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, I was Googling how to fix Red Dead Redemption, and they said go to support.rockstar games. So I Googled it, and something weird happened. There was some metadata for Grand Theft Auto 6 in Google that should not have popped up. Now, some people said this was a forum post. I don't think so, because when you click on the link, it takes you to a blank support article. It doesn't take you to the forums. So let's take a look at this shit real quick. Let me pull this up for you guys here so you can see in chat. Before we go, and this was very
story of timeline don't have debauchery.
It's good. It's clear. I checked it. I pre-checked. Here we go. All right, so here we go. So this is what I did. It's kind of silent, but so I said, all right, so let's try it. So I said, all right, let's go to Google. Let's search the term support.rockstar games, right?
Right.
And boom, Grand Theft Auto 6 confirmed 2019 says receive help with your Rockstar. So it's taking you to an article. It's not, and then boom, it's just a blank article. I think I know what happened here. I think they are already, because they didn't really confirm Grand Theft Auto 6. They said that they I know there were some people, some of the devs, they talked about Grand Theft Auto 6 may not be a thing because the political environment is too fucked up, and the ideas that they presented to Take-Two, they were kind of triggered because they had some Trump shit, and they didn't want to do it because they I guess they weren't supportive of Trump and they didn't want any likenesses or something. It was just a whole bunch of political bullshit, and they said that GTA 6 may not happen. But then you see this. And it's like, okay, but there's metadata in Google that takes you to a blank article, support article for Grand Theft Auto 6. So what does that mean? What does that tell you? I don't know. But it's
things that make you want to go,
Things that make you go, is that some shit or no? That's why I asked the question. I said, is this breaking news? Because I don't know. I can't confirm this shit. I can only just see what I saw, and that was what I got when I Googled it. I Googled support.rockstar games, and it gave me fucking Grand Theft Auto 6 metadata. So take it as you will, guys. You could try that on Google yourself. I don't know if it'll come up. Big Mike tried it in two different things. He tried it on his PC, and he got something different. But then on his phone, he got it. I saw it. So that was weird. So I think Rockstar fucked up, but we don't know for sure. And it's already like 2,000 views on this motherfucking post. So shouts out to everybody, even if it's some bullshit. I don't know.
Well, Danny, I think the first link that Mike was searching for was the Popeyes chicken porn.
No.
Oh shit. Hold up.
I was scared, to look for Popeye's chicken on the internet. I was afraid, to get on the internet.
Don't. Let's not.
I'm gonna need some fucking Kevlar. I'm gonna need motherfucking DARPA pistols and shit just to get the fucking chicken sandwich.
We're not going there. We're not going there.
My friend Tony Polanco from the Throwdown, him and Manny, they actually went to Popeye, stood in line. The line was dead as fuck. They got to the the counter. They asked for it and they just said, "Sorry, we're sold out."
I'd have shot the fucking place up. I'd have been like,
see, that's that bullshit. See, that's the bullshit right there. That is some garbage. All right, let's go ahead and end it, guys. Shouts out to Chad. Shouts out to Frozen. David, you dumb. Shouts out to Frozen, Christopher, Lamont, John, Garuda, Indagirl. Get the fuck out of here, Indagirl. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Christopher Hart, BitClout, Persona. Let's see.
Bloodborne Reaper, thank you for coming through.
Yeah, Bloodborne, Lobo,
Alucard,
Cudsy.
Our favorite weeb. Alucard's favorite weeb.
I want to say one last thing before we get out of here, guys. If you want to know what Death Stranding's about, watch videos on Paperboy for NES.
But for real though, we are gonna have our full review. David's gonna go ahead and get it mocked up, and I'm gonna put some dope ass edits and music to it, and he's gonna give us his actual full review of the game. And if you missed part of the show on the repost, you can check it out. Check out his early impressions of the game. And I'm gonna tell you, to quote BitCloud, "Woo, it's a little spooky." But we will see.
Mike's gonna play it after
Yep, I'm gonna.
Yep, and Big Mike
gonna
and Big
stream
Mike
it?
is going to stream some. He's finally going to get a chance to fucking play it.
Mike,
So
are
he's
you
gonna
doing
stream-
it? Are you doing it after the
Yes,
show?
yes.
Yeah,
he's gonna stream-
I'm gonna.
Okay, awesome.
Yep, so he's
awesome.
going to stream on our Twitch. So check out our Twitch link is below in the description. So check that shit out so you can check out Big Mike's gameplay and you can see him in real time. Either love it or want to fucking.
Well, but
throw up.
we're about to find out.
You're about to find out. So if you want real time analysis of the shit, check out Big Mike's stream. So that's going to be after the show.
And quick shout out to Meow Meow, Danny's favorite rivalry.
Fuck you, meow meow. Love you. All right. Shouts out to our panel. Actually, extra special shouts out once again to Luis Quintero. Amazing music.
Hey.
Jupiter Vibes is out right now on Spotify, iTunes. Everything that you can buy it on and listen to is
And
out
he
right now.
said you could get it right now, I think, within the
For
next
free.
24 hours for free on his Bandcamp.
Yep, on his
Yep.
Bandcamp,
Yeah.
you can get it for free right now. So hurry up and grab that before it goes on full sale. Amazing fucking album. I love the vibes
Can
on
you
it.
post it in a group chat and a thing?
I got it. I already got it on the description of the video.
But,
all the links.
Danny,
Yes.
I know it's not normal. When we go out with the outro, maybe you ought to hit it with one of his songs.
Yeah. Let's do that. So let's do.
And Platinum's gonna be destroying people on Mortal Kombat here.
Oh,
On the
yeah.
Yes, Platinum has his
That's right.
tournament
4 o'clock?
coming up at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's been changed a little bit. Here's the caveat to it. Since there wasn't enough people to register, there was like 7 signed up, but only 4 of us has like actually registered. So he's doing a little mini tournament, like the first to 10 for $50.
There you go.
So it's going to
Okay.
be 4 of us. So
I'll definitely tune in for a little bit.
it's going to
yeah.
be so instead of 4 p.m., it's going to be at 5 p.m.
All right, all
5 p.m.
right.
5 p.m. Okay.
Yeah.
all right.
So I'm gonna rest up until then.
Oh, Danny Alucard said first round exit inbound. Damn, Platinum.
Oh, shit.
I got some insight on one person I'm facing, and I don't seem too thrilled. So we'll see.
Ooh.
Oh, all right. Well,
We'll
on that
see.
note, thank you guys for watching. Check us out next week. Check all of us out here, Platinum's tournament. Check out Big Mike's stream. Check all of our streams out. We love you guys. We can't do this without you. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Podbean, fucking Spotify. We're on every goddamn thing. So check us out as well. Here is some of Lewis's music. One song that I really love, like I said, is Limbo. Actually, I might do. It's these two is like my favorites. Let's do Limbo. So we're gonna leave you guys with a little bit of Limbo, and we love you guys once again. Peace out. All right.